Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm here with Kristjan. He is a Barbara Brennan graduate and healer in Iceland. He's got a full private practice, and he's also a graduate of Thriving Healers. And he is generously sharing his time today to explore with us a little bit about his journey to really build his practice in the last year with the support of Thriving Healers. Thank you so much, Kristjan, for taking the time and
You're
sharing
welcome.
your experience with us. Okay, here we go. So let's kind of start and talk about, where you were a year ago. What were you frustrated with before you decided to join Thriving Healers? What was going on?
I was feeling a little bit frustrated because lot of my clients were not committed. They might sign up for 1 or 2 or 3 sessions, and I mean, they seem to be very happy and all that. But then they just stopped showing up. Then there were others who were really committed, and I worked with for months, and they were getting much better results. So I was getting a little bit frustrated because of this, because a lot of, how could you put it, like work security. I mean, I really didn't know how many clients I would have next month and things like that. So it was actually, I had already started thinking about changing the way I worked, but I didn't know how.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found Thriving Healers, and it seems like that was exactly what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. And so I'm hearing that there was it was creating like instability in your finances. You did up and down. You didn't know.
Yeah.
And what had you been trying to do? What were you doing before? Like you said, you didn't know what to do, but what had you been trying?
Well, I had never really only been working as a healer. I always had some extra jobs, like I've been doing all kinds of coaching and in music and things like that. So also because I didn't feel like I could build just on being working as a healer. It was enough for me to support my family and me.
I see. Yeah. So what was the moment or like the decision-making factors that you knew that you wanted to try Thriving Healers and work with us?
Well, I saw a advertisement, I think, and we had this enrollment talk, and well, right away I thought this might be the thing I was looking for, and but I felt like maybe I didn't have the money to do it because I felt like I was struggling a little bit money-wise, but I decided to jump, and there are no regrets.
Cool. Yeah. What worked for you in Thriving Healers? Like, what did you get out of it that really made some shifts for you?
Wow. How much time do we have? there are a lot of things. For example, just this basic idea that making agreement with each client to work together for a longer period of time, that's so different from the other way working, if you know what I mean. So with that you get the commitment. So since I started doing it this way, my results have been unbelievable, really. I think all my clients have had very good success, and in some cases that's like, well, they say it's a miracle. So, well, and in a way it is, but of course this is something that is in ourselves, all of us, and they are doing most of the work. But because of their commitment, it's so much easier. It's so much easier.
Awesome.
And financially, I mean, I think I've tripled or even more my salary, my income.
Wow. And how long did it take you to triple your income?
Maybe 3-4 months.
Wow.
Well, I guess for me it was maybe a little bit easier than for some, because I already had a lot of things in place. I had my office. I had my website and I have some things, but I had to make changes almost everywhere. But I did that quite early and started to getting clients, and it was just worked very well.
Yeah, I don't really want you to sell yourself short, because often what I see is that it's harder for people who've got something established to change versus starting, doing it a new way. And so it's a testament to your implementation of it.
That's my commitment.
Yes. Exactly.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, if we want to, I think also if people want to sign up for this program, if they are committed to make these changes, that's possible. I mean, awesome. You always have to commit to things. If you don't, things are not going to change anyway. So that's true. I was really willing from day one to do what I needed to do. And of course, it's been some work, but my practice is in a totally different place now. Totally different place.
What were were there any challenges that you hit into in yourself that you had to face to make those changes and see it through?
Yeah, there were a lot of challenges, and I think those just the sessions, which are almost weekly for 10 months, or sometimes more than weekly actually, they help a lot. You have a community there. A lot of people are facing similar problems. For me, it was probably partly to be to have the courage to go bigger. You would put it that way.
Okay.
To allow myself to get bigger and be more seen and have the confidence that that would be okay. But with the support from this group and from the teachers, Thriving Healers, that's helped me a lot. I really felt like I didn't want to miss many sessions, even though sometimes I didn't speak very much. I was learning constantly.
Awesome.
And I think it's also changed the way I work. I mean, it's not only the program, it's also some of the things I've been doing earlier. I'm doing them differently now. Even though they're working quite well, they have just gotten better.
So I'm hearing that you deepened your work with clients as well. Like the way you work with clients actually changed. Anything specific around that? Like what changed how you're working with them? Other than the commitment that you mentioned.
I think there were both some techniques I was noticing with some of the teachers at Thriving Highland. Some of the teachers, I was learning some techniques from them just by witnessing them, and maybe reminding me of something from school, which I might have forgotten about. Also, there were some books that were recommended. I have read a few books since I got into a program. I learned a lot from them. Actually, some of the exercises I'm using now are from those books. So, yeah, many things, really.
It sounds like you're a really good student, and that commitment is what you're learning, absorbing, taking, and implementing what you were learning.
Yeah, I decided if I want to do this, I wanted to do this. If you know what I mean.
Yep.
You cannot go halfway.
Yep.
It's actually the same thing I tell my clients now today. If you're not really willing to do this, please do not sign up.
Yeah.
And I have more than enough clients now, so.
It's wonderful. Yeah.
And it's a strength in be able to say that, actually. It feels good.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you're abundant enough and you believe in your work enough that you can say, if this is what it requires, that this is what I want to work with and this is what I don't want to work with. People who aren't committed.
Exactly.
Yeah. Very powerful place.
I have said with several clients, I'm probably not the right person for you. And that also felt good because that was just honest.
Yeah.
And Yeah, and I'm always changing my program now. I'm changing from one-on-one into partly group and partly one-on-one. That's very exciting. In maybe 2 months, I will start that.
Very cool. Yeah, so tell me a little bit about what your practice looked like before and what it actually looks like now.
Before it was, like I said earlier, it was about people would sign up. They were able to sign up on my website, actually. I have on my website, there was they could sign up and then they would show up. And some of them, like I said, I would work with for months, but others just came for 1, 2, 3 sessions. And I think even those people who came for 1, 2, 3 sessions, they were quite happy. I mean, it was not like they didn't like it or they didn't feel they were getting something for the money, but they didn't know what's possible because there was no commitment, and I was not offering a longer program which is life-changing. Instead, you go for 2 sessions, and it's great, and you feel good, and you might have some new insights and things like that. But is it really life-changing? It simply takes more time.
Mm. And so now, how much time do you work with people, and how full is your practice? And
yeah, I'm working like full time in my office 4 days a week now, most of my clients are for about 6 months. Most of my clients are for about 6 months. Some noise there.
It's okay. Hopefully there's software to cut out the background noise. Hopefully it works.
Oh, it is? Okay.
We'll try. We'll see if it works, yeah.
Yeah, most of my clients sign up for 6 months. Some of them actually, some might come up and some maybe stay for 7 months instead of 6. And then some of them actually keep on working with me, which is also great. Mm-hmm. If we feel like there is something more that we can accomplish together. So that's also very nice. And then also when you work with a client for a longer period of time, the work gets much deeper. There's increased trust. You kind of get to know each client much better on a much deeper level. And I really like that. It's deeper work. It changed the way you work.
It's beautiful. Yeah, so wonderful. Good for the client, good for your work and your practice.
Yeah, it's good for both. It's a win-win situation.
And you said before Thriving Healers, you had inconsistency in your income. What's that like now?
Now most of my clients, they pay monthly. So I know how much money I will have next month. So that's a lot more security than it was before. So yeah, that's just totally different. Totally.
Great. If someone was watching this interview with you and they were, looking for support to grow their practice, would you recommend Thriving Healers, and why would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would recommend that definitely. There are several reasons why. One is the support. I think that's so important when you are making changes, lasting changes. Support for a little bit longer period of time is very important. With people who know and understand what you're going through, I think is very important. Different point of view. It's big thing in every change is when you start to see things from a different perspective. I mean, and that's also there. It's a lot of new ideas I've learned since attending the program. I think that's very important also. And all the tools, there are so many tools there, And even after the program is finished, I can still go online and learn some more. I haven't even looked at all the videos yet because there's so much stuff there. Say that's great. I actually worked through this year more or less like I would go for what I needed at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm still doing that. I'm still looking up videos, with some of them I have seen before and some maybe not. So that's also great. Just so much knowledge there.
Yeah. Cool. I love that. What's the one thing you're most proud of in your work as a healer that you believe Thriving Healer supported you with?
What most proud of? Well, I'm proud that I'm making more money because I want to be able to support my family, so I can be, happy about it. I'm not getting rich, but at least I'm earning more money. I'm also proud that I'm doing that at the same time. I have more time for me and my family. Mm. I think my work is better now. I think I'm delivering better service than before. That's my feeling, and I'm very, very happy about that. And I think in the coming months I will be much better than I'm now. That's my goal, and I think I'm on the way there.
Absolutely. So. I have no doubt. Is there anything else you would want to share about your experience that you would want someone watching this to hear that might support them?
I don't know that I've said a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've shared
I think
a lot.
I probably said everything. I mean, no, nothing that comes to my mind at the moment. I just I can heartfully recommend it, and I actually have recommended this program with a few healers already. so
thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm told actually many healers I know that they should look at it, and because it's different way of thinking, different way of working, and it's I think it's both better for me and better for my clients.
Awesome. And I love that you got, first it's a new idea, and then you put it into practice, and then it became your direct experience.
Yeah, and I think also, I mean, I've been taking in all these ideas, but probably in the process it become mine. I'm maybe not doing it exactly as it's taught, but I think that's just the nature of things. That's how things happen, I think. So, yeah. And I'm very optimistic for the future at the moment.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time, for sharing your experience, for being such a good learner and implementer and committing yourself the way that you have. It's definitely incredibly inspiring.
Thank you. Same here.
Thank you.